What's up, homies and homettes? Here at Alpha Land, just finished my cardio day, cardio and stretch. And I'm gonna touch on some comments that we had recently on one of my uploads, accusing your boy of being on steroids. So let's hop into this. Here's the video. You want to get your arms absolutely massive for summer? The key to having a big old set of thickies hanging out of your shirts is to focus on your triceps. A recent study that had individuals train triceps with one arm doing an overhead cable extension and the other doing a cable extension with the arm at the side. It's a video about how to grow your arms for summer, get the pipe daddies looking all juiced up for summertime, which is a noble pursuit. And let's go through some of the comments here. The top comment on the video is, "What if you don't like needles?" ? And I got 172 likes. A few people commented down below. I came here to see this, was not disappointed, crying face, says Paul. Christopher Lee, crying laughing face. Aight, I see you. You forgot needle emoji by Pietro, 3 likes. What else do we got? Some other funny comments. I feel like there was more, but maybe I'm just missing them. I can't. Here we go. If anyone believes this dude isn't juiced up to his eyeballs, I have a lot of bridges to sell you. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm thinking it's like, if you're gullible, you could sell a really gullible person a bridge. So if somebody's gonna believe that I'm not on steroids, you're really gullible. Anyways, so to me that's really shocking. Honestly, I wasn't even upset when I saw that. That was like a win for me. I was like, damn, I fucking made it. Like to me that shows that there's a degree of results. Like, you know, it's a compliment for some people to think that you need to take steroids to get that. I'm not on steroids, and I actually recently got my blood work done. I guess maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago now, because I'm going to make a video where I'm going to take a testosterone booster. I partnered with Transparent Labs, which is a legit supplement company I'm really excited about. I'm going to make lots of content using their supplements, their products, reviewing the science behind it, experimenting on myself. So I got my blood work done ahead of time, and then the test booster that they sell, I'm going to take that for a month, get my blood work done during and afterwards, and compare the results to see what happens. Anyways, so you can see my blood work on the screen here. Everything is in the normal range. The testosterone level is like right in the middle, maybe a little bit up to the higher end. The free test level is like almost exactly in the middle of the range. So everything came back normal, which is what I would expect. I'm 31. I didn't have any reason to think I had low test or any issues. And the last bit that I'll touch on is, like, if anybody did the kind of training that I'm doing for my arms, they would probably have substantial results to the point where there'd be a subset of people that are their minds can't comprehend that result happening without the use of steroids. So for example, I hit arms every other day right now. And one day I do 20 sets, 10 sets of triceps, 10 sets of biceps, absolute max intensity, longer rest times. I don't have a smartphone. I just listen to my MP3 player. I put a mix on, headphones are in, I'm dialed in every time. So every set has got to be the most intense set of your life. I'm repeating things like that in my head the whole time. It's a little bit crazy, but it's like I'm trying to maximize my effort to see what is my potential, what is the highest amount of goals I can, or highest amount of physique in terms of my whole physique, but specifically my arm size is possible. I'm trying to max that out, so every little inch matters. And then the other day I do, you've seen these videos, these 100-set arm workouts. I wouldn't actually recommend that. I find for my volume day, about 50 sets is good, 40 to 50 sets. And so I rest a little bit less. Every single set is maxed out. I'm dizzy. It's like the most intense kind of training you could possibly, so dialed in, every single rep. 40 sets is kind of like the sweet spot. I found 20 for tries, 20 for buys. Anyways, I alternate back and forth between those two training days. So arms every other day, and arms, legs, arms day off is my split. And one day I do 20 sets, the next day I do 40 to 50 sets. And I have to do 1 to 2 hours of mobility to warm up, to loosen up my shoulders. I have all these muscle imbalances and stuff. You can see in some of these physique shots here that if you zoom into my shoulders, you can see that there's like a imbalance in the left shoulder. The collarbone is like jutted up higher, and it's like everything's like it's pulled forward a little bit more, a little bit wonky. That's actually from a broken ankle that didn't heal correctly, that then affects the way I walk. It has my hips out of alignment. Everything travels up to your spine, your shoulder blades. So that's kind of one of the symptoms there that you can see. It's another topic for another video, but As my physique, based off of doing that split, pushing my arms to the max, and now I've been able to actually start training legs the last six to 8 months. They're still lacking, but they're starting to grow as well. And the point I would make is that it depends what your mentality is. If you're just going to stick to the regular recommended way of training of doing push-pull legs, taking 2, 3, 4 days off in between hitting a muscle, that's going to work in the beginning, but then you need to elevate your mindset and your perspective to take on more and more extreme modalities, put more and more stress on your body if you want to continue for it to grow. And I've been insanely consistent with my arm training specifically for many years, and I'm constantly upping the intensity, upping the demand, trying to find ways to make it grow further and further and further. And I'm surprised at what my body's been able to adapt to, and it's nothing that impressive, but even to have some people considering that you need steroids to get there. It's like the mentality of how far are you going to evolve your training. A lot of people get limited and they just stick with what's generally agreed upon and has been like scientifically verified. But remember, the studies can only control for certain variables, and a lot of it is based off of untrained individuals. And so and also the science is expanding. If you think about 10 years ago, what was considered like dogma or law of how you're supposed to build muscle, what you're supposed to do, a lot of that has changed. So if you think 10 years in the future, it's going to change again. So there's a lot of shit that's still unproven, and the human body is extremely complex. And my point is, when it comes to building muscle, if you stay ridiculously consistent, you push with maximum intensity, you never miss workouts, and then you continue to evolve your training to make it more and more difficult to put a higher demand or stress on your body as you progress, who knows where you could end up. And that's kind of the way that I'm thinking about training. And ultimately, I take people thinking that I could be on steroids. Honestly, I'm a little surprised because I don't think my physique is necessarily that impressive, but also take it as a massive compliment and as a measure of the results that I've achieved. And so just keep your mind open to that. And if you really want to go into the weeds and into the dark, alleyways of pushing your limits mentally and taking on bigger and bigger challenges, that you could achieve a physical result that most people can't really wrap their heads around being possible without taking drugs. So, and I think there's many people that have achieved way higher levels than me that would be good examples of that, and I'm just getting a little taste, a little touch. Have a great day. Peace.